Not bad, not bad. All right, guys, I got an exciting video for you today. If you're in the process of quitting vaping, quitting smoking, quitting Zyn, or any nicotine product out there, we're going to talk about a few different things. I want to discuss what this little device is right here. It's the KickIt Breathe Right necklace designed to help people quit smoking and quit vaping. We're going to talk about this. It's also an anxiety relief tool. I want to spend some time first and foremost talking about Nicorette and sharing with you my opinions on Nicorette, the medicated nicotine chewing gum, when it comes to quitting smoking and quitting vaping. We'll talk about the advantages and disadvantages of it. And then lastly, I want to discuss this KickIt Crave-Less chewing gum supplement. It's a dietary gum supplement that's nicotine-free, cannabis-free, stimulant-free. It's also free of aspartame and ACE-K, two very controversial artificial sweeteners. Also designed to help people quit smoking and quit vaping. So we got a lot to cover. I hope you bear with me because I promise it will be worth it. Now, if you want to learn more about quitting smoking or quitting vaping, be sure to check out the pinned comment or the video description where you can download our free 7-step guide or our free ebook on quitting smoking or quitting vaping, okay? Let's talk about Nicorette first. So I picked this up from my local Target. It was $44.99. It was $45 plus tax. And in this container, I will get 2 milligram nicotine gums, and this is 100 count. And this is my first beef with Nicorette. When you purchase the product, all you get is the product and then a recommendation to speak to your physician about quitting. There's no community support. There's no add-on products to help the individual quit. There's no back-end support groups or any guidance beyond just, hey, here's our product. Good luck. Hopefully you quit. Hopefully you don't get addicted to our gum, right? And you also have to be, I should know, 18 years of age or older to purchase Nicorette. As you know, there's lots of younger people well beneath the age of 18 who are struggling with nicotine addiction, right? Vaping in particular. So the first thing that I notice when I'm looking at the drug facts when it comes to Nicorette is it says the use. The use is to reduce withdrawal symptoms, including nicotine cravings, associated with quitting smoking or quitting vaping or whatever nicotine product you're trying to quit. I always found it fascinating, the concept of using nicotine to quit nicotine. My company's tagline, our supplement's tagline, is you don't need nicotine to quit nicotine. I always felt this was very, very flawed, especially when you consider how nicotine addiction works and how the receptors in your body respond as you continue to feed them nicotine. You continue to keep those nicotine receptors alive, which in theory continues to fuel the cravings and things like that. I understand other drugs, even like Chantix, and I understand drugs that block opioid receptors in the brain or alcohol, where it makes the drug less enjoyable. But this I have a hard time understanding. So for whatever that's worth. And when it comes to reducing withdrawal symptoms, which are typically associated like cravings, anxiety, stress when you're quitting, your body's under a lot of physical and psychological stress. Nicotine has been shown to cause all of those symptoms in people. So just, again, just my opinion, some confusion around that. Now, they go on to continue to stop use and speak to your doctor if you develop mouth, teeth, or jaw problems, irregular heartbeat or heart palpitations. You get symptoms of nicotine overdose, such as nausea, vomiting, dizziness, diarrhea, weakness, rapid heartbeat, or you have symptoms of an allergic reaction, which that's standard protocol on any medicated or supplement product. Now, how do you actually use Nicorette? What's their recommendation? Weeks 1 to 6, they recommend chewing 1 piece every 1 to 2 hours, not exceeding 24 pieces a day. And they put that disclaimer in there because they know that there's people who are going to be chewing way beyond the recommended amount. So they have to put that little disclaimer in there. Now, if we assume there's about 18 waking hours on an average day, this means weeks 1 to 6, the person's going to chew between 9 to 18 pieces of Nicorette for the first 1 to 6 weeks. Weeks 7 to 9, it's 1 piece every 2 to 4 hours. This would break down to about 5 to 9 pieces a day. And then weeks 10 to 12, it's 1 piece every 4 to 8 hours. This would equate between 2 and 5 pieces a day for weeks 10 to 12. Now, something I do agree with Nicorette on, and this is a pretty proven concept, is that it takes about 90 days for the nicotine receptors in your brain to die off. And that's why they're drawing this out over a 3-month period, which is approximately 12 weeks. We have the same recommendations of use on our product as well. Coincidentally, though, it also takes about 90 days, that's the gold standard, for the development of a new habit. That's when your brain starts to lay down new pathways. Now, one beef I have with Nicorette, outside of their use of Ace K, which is an artificial sweetener, which you can Google the side effects of. I think it's a very controversial artificial sweetener. It's the #1 inactive ingredient on their supplement label outside of nicotine. So just Google that if you want, and some of the side effects that people get from Ace K consumption. But one of my beefs with this is when you're quitting nicotine, we tell people you want those nicotine receptors to die off as quickly as possible because it's the life of those nicotine receptors that results in the cravings and the ongoing psychological struggle that people have when it comes to quitting nicotine. And if you've ever looked at Alan Carr's programs, The Easy Way to Quit Smoking, which I would highly recommend checking out his books, I'll link them in the video description here. He shares some scary statistics when it comes to the studies surrounding Nicorette. And they basically say double your chances of quitting. But from what I understand on Alan Carr's website, okay, don't sue me, Nicorette, is that basically they found you go from like quitting cold turkey, a 3% success rate, to a 6% success rate using nicotine replacement therapy products. So it's like, okay, you increase your chances of quitting by 50%, but what, we went from 3% to 6%. And by the way, we're not going to provide you with any community support, any other devices to help with oral fixation or to mimic taking a draw of a cigarette or a vape. And we're not going to provide you with anything to help with the mindset when it comes to quitting, which is ultimately the most important thing. So I clearly got some beef with Nicorette. Now, if you want to continue to use nicotine the rest of your life and you're not worried about developing an addiction to Nicorette gum, which many people who use our product are actually using it to get off of Nicorette gum, then by all means, this is way safer than smoking, way safer than vaping. Although I will say Nicorette for me did cause jaw problems. I actually started to get, and I can't blame Nicorette totally, but I started to get a condition called trigeminal neuralgia. Just Google it. It's like, they call it like the kill yourself like syndrome because the pain is so intense. And coincidentally, when I stopped chewing Nicorette, that went away. But again, I don't know if that's correlated, so I can't blame that on Nicorette, just personal experience. Okay, so that's Nicorette. There's some benefits. It's nicotine. If you want to use it, use it. It's fairly cost effective, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. How long would this last you? You're going to go through a lot of this. Actually, I should do the math on that. I'll put the math in a comment below how many boxes of this you would have to go through over the course of 3 months, because I think that's an important consideration, okay, if used as directed. Now, let's talk about this. So this is one of our own products. It's the KickIt Breathe Right necklace, and you can find this in the pinned comment or right below on YouTube here to purchase on our Shopify store. So when I set out to design this necklace, I started with a bunch of different templates. The first one we got was this template here in rose gold. We also got it in black. And the manufacturer that sent it to me was like, yeah, this is great. People use these for quitting vaping, anxiety relief. And I go to suck on it. What is that? It's just, there's no restricted airflow. It feels like I'm blowing and sucking air through a straw. This doesn't feel like taking a... I could almost choke on the amount of air I'm sucking in. So immediately I contact the manufacturer and I'm like, this is garbage. I would never sell this to people. This is garbage. What is this? This is a glorified straw. So we scrap that. Designer number 2. They sent me a better protocol now. Different manufacturer, different person. But good. There's I'd say about 25% restriction of airflow, but there's still a lot of airflow. And I'm putting photos next to me, guys, so you can see what the inside of these tubes look like when it comes to airflow restriction stuff. So this one has like a little metal bar at the end of it. This one has nothing. The only thing restricting airflow here is the chain that's cut through the steel. So again, garbage. I'm not going to sell that to people. So I go out, we design our own product, find our own manufacturer, go back and forth for a very long time with this individual, this manufacturer, and we come up with this, the KickIt Breathe Right necklace. What I had them do was add a metal insert in here to restrict airflow by 50%. Listen to the difference on these. Item number one, it's like a whistle. You're not going to do that at work. Item number two, better. Item number three, the KickIt Breathe Right necklace. It literally sounds like you're taking a draw from a cigarette or a vape, and it feels like you are. But the best part, there's no smoke, there's no vapor, there's no nicotine. Now, this is designed to help with anxiety relief when it comes to deep breathing, which is a great thing to do when you're having cravings versus pounding more nicotine, in my professional opinion. Deep breathing and breathing techniques are clinically proven to reduce anxiety and reduce stress. And that's exactly what we want to do when you're stuck in the fight or flight response of a craving. So we love this necklace. It's $20 plus shipping, or maybe shipping's free. I don't remember if you buy it separately from our other products, okay? So that's one thing that we give you that Nicorette does not give you, okay? Plus my free PDFs on the mindset necessary to quit, my free 100-page ebook on quitting. Now, secondly, what else do we got? We got the KickIt Crave-Less chewing gum. And this is not an ordinary piece of gum, okay? The flavor that we have currently is it's a cool mint flavor. It's like a smooth mint flavor. It's very good. It's a little on the earthier side. We purposely did not use aspartame or Ace K in the flavoring of our gum because, one, I don't want it to be super addicting by any means, and people can get addicted to literally the flavor of a gum, right? These companies understand that when they use these hyper sweet flavorings, right? It creates its own flavor addiction. Vape companies understood this with these hyper sweet flavors on vapes. This is what our gum looks like. It doesn't look like traditional gum. It looks more like a tablet, but it's gum, chewing gum. The flavor lasts forever. You can chew this for an hour and 15 minutes, no problem. You'll still have the flavor. It's not hyper sweet. And our gum contains active ingredients, KSM-66 ashwagandha and N-acetylcysteine. Now I'll make a separate video talking about the benefits of those, or you can learn more on our website. But in short, KSM-66 ashwagandha is a clinically proven herb that's been traditionally used in Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years. And it's clinically proven to do a bunch of different things. It has 22 clinical trials on the herb, not on our product. But most of them revolve around reducing stress, reducing anxiety, reducing cortisol, a major thing that spikes when people quit smoking and quit vaping, and that can result in weight gain and food cravings and all that. KSM-66 actually helps to combat that stuff. It's been shown to benefit sleep. It's been shown to benefit focus. KSM-66, somewhat similar to nicotine, very lightly stimulates the adrenaline pathways, and it also prevents the breakdown of acetylcholine in the brain, which helps with that prevention of brain fog and focus and working memory. So we put that in here because, to me, that sounds like an ingredient that would actually help with the withdrawal symptoms. But remind you, we're a dietary supplement, so we don't treat addiction, we don't treat withdrawal. I combine that with NAC, N-acetylcysteine, an ingredient so powerful that during COVID, because of its effectiveness in helping with lung conditions, inflammatory lung problems, and in helping people with long-term COVID with brain fog symptoms, the FDA actually pulled this ingredient off of the market because it was so effective, and they made it prescription only. Not my product, the active ingredient in my product, the supplement NAC, they pulled off, okay? This is wild to me. NAC in early literature is extremely promising when it comes to reducing cravings. And I'm not going to go into the science of exactly how it does that, but it basically reduces obsessive compulsive behaviors. You even see people use NAC who have hair pulling problems, nail picking problems. What is addiction? Nicotine addiction is really an obsessive compulsive behavior. So I put that in here, and it also helps with dopamine. It also helps with pulmonary inflammation, something a smoker or someone who vapes might be concerned about. You can read about its effectiveness in treating brain fog in long-term COVID patients. Google it. I'm not going to tell you it does that, but Google will tell you it does that. I combine those two things because I'm thinking, if I'm quitting nicotine, what do I really want? I want something that's not going to feed the nicotine addiction. I want something that's actually going to help me with the withdrawals and that's going to reduce my cravings. And I want something that doesn't have aspartame or ACE-K. We do have some sucralose and xylitol in here. We had to put a little something, otherwise this would taste like a donkey's ass. But it tastes really good. Our product tastes really good. But if you didn't do a little something, it would be non-palatable because those two ingredients are not palatable ingredients on their own. And trust me, I'm a very holistic guy. If I could do it without artificial, we're trying. But I had to use those little bits of artificial sweeteners. But again, not aspartame or ACE-K. And we recommend chewing 3 pieces a day. 3 pieces a day. Most people find they do that for the first 2 weeks. Then they're usually down to like 2 or 3 pieces a day. And within 90 days, they're typically done with our product and they're using it on an as-needed basis. I'm not addicted to nicotine anymore, but I use this product on a weekly basis when I need a boost in energy, when I need some anti-anxiety stuff, like when I'm flying on a plane, before a big business proposal, or even sometimes before we're doing our speeches, our consulting when it comes to addiction recovery. I'll be chewing a piece of this because it helps. It's a really, really effective supplement in my opinion, and the reviews on the website speak for themselves. Now, the coolest part, again, so you're using way less of this. This bottle here contains 90 pieces. We also sell a 30 count and we sell a 3-pack. If you're going to use the recommended 3 pieces a day, morning, afternoon, evening, the 3-pack would bring you to a full 3-month completion. And the more you buy, the bigger discount you get. So if you're really wanting to jump in on this, I recommend buying the 3-pack. If you want to just test it out, buy the 30 count. If you want like a solid month's worth, which for a lot of people is more than enough to start the quitting process, check out the 90 count. Now, with every bottle, there's a QR code on here, okay? This QR code connects you to a community of people. We got like 700 people in it who are quitting nicotine, all supporting one another, where we give content, we give advice, we help with the mindset. You have a community of people supporting one another. Another clinically proven thing when it comes to addiction recovery, the importance of community and support. Because a lot of people, they don't know what you're going through when it comes to addiction to a vape. And guys, a lot of people are using our products to quit weed too. I'd say actually probably 70% of people are using our products to quit cannabis, okay? Just because that's largely what my channel revolves around. So it's effective for a lot of things. Like if you think craving, this combination can help. So what do you get? Unlike Nicorette, which is just a box of gum and tells you, go talk to your doctor, good luck. Hopefully you don't get addicted to our product. Wink, wink. Hopefully you do. We're telling you like, no, here's a dietary supplement. Here's another device to further help with oral fixation on top of the chewing gum. And here's a community of people that are all supporting one another when we're quitting. And this is just the start of things that we're offering in our programs when it comes to quitting. Like this is just the start. When you buy our gum, you get a little carry tin that comes with it. I don't have one for this video, ironically enough. And you get an instructional pamphlet that lays out for you exactly how to use our products correctly. Kind of like Nicorette gives you too. But again, we give you that QR code to join our community. So our product also made in the USA, third-party tested. Every batch, we put all the certificate of analysis on our product to show you exactly what's in it. When I made this product, I was advised by people not to they wanted me to release it as a full proprietary blend, which on the back of this, you'll see it says proprietary blend, but I released the exact amounts of our ingredients on our website because we want complete transparency with people when it comes to our products and what it is we're giving. And I really feel this methodology is revolutionary when it comes to the approaches of quitting nicotine or cannabis products. I don't know any other brand or any other thing out there that is going to these lengths to help people quit at a very, very cost-effective price point. Remember, there's tons of companies that make nicotine gum. It's very cheap to make. Actually, when I got into this, many of the suppliers that I was speaking to were like, dude, just make a nicotine gum. You have such a big audience. You'll sell the hell out of it. And I absolutely refused to. I'm not going to sell a product that is going to get people addicted. I'm against that. I'll sell a product that will help people. I'll sell a product that to people that they might enjoy and they might choose to use occasionally like I do when they feel they need it after they get through that quitting process. But it would have been so much cheaper for me to make a nicotine gum because there's only 3 facilities in the world that have the machinery to make this product, and only one of them was willing to work with me because I didn't want to use Ace K, aspartame. I wanted the third. I had so many requirements for this product. The other 2 facilities didn't even want to work with me because I was so difficult about the development. Almost like I lost our manufacturer for this because I was so pesky about not selling me crap like this. I'm not going to go online and sell this garbage. And you can find this stuff on Amazon, other Shopify stores. You can pay anywhere from $20 to $100+ for these things. We sell what I think is by far the most. Listen to this. It sounds like a cigarette or a vape. It's just phenomenal. So check that out. Join our community. Look into the products. If you have questions, I put a phone number right in the pinned comment in an email. Send an email. Ask questions. If you don't like the product, we'll take care of you too. We stand behind our products. I stand behind my word. I wouldn't sell you guys something that I don't love without the hopes of you guys loving it as much as I do. Hit me up. Ask questions. I'm happy to answer them. I'll make more videos on the future. Check all this stuff out. Oh, last thing. If you buy this, the 90 count or the 3-pack, you get one of these for free. So you get that for free. We just throw it into the shipment, but you'll see that when you order. We do ship internationally as well, but you're going to see a disclaimer now when you check out at international shipping. We cannot control times at customs. Sometimes customs hold stuff up for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It makes it through, but it just takes a while to get through customs. So we can't guarantee shipping times on international orders. It will come to you, but don't pay for expedited shipping. Like, we'll ship it out quicker, but customs might jam you up for a while. All right, guys, until next time, bye now.